It is day 17 of 50 days of fitness, and I just finished my first set to earn my coffee. So, one down, three to go. I did get them all done yesterday, or I guess it was Thursday. No, it was yesterday. I was just slammed all day long, and I wasn't sure. I thought, man, this is going to be hard because I had to be in another city almost all morning, and then I had something in the evening, and it was going to be a packed day. But we got them all done. So I've done, since we started, I've done 4 every day, except one day where I did 5. So we're on there, and today I finished my first one. So I thought I'd talk a bit about alcohol. Alcohol is kind of hard to talk about. So I'm going to say I have always kind of enjoyed having an alcoholic beverage now and then, especially with friends, especially when you're unwinding, special occasions, things like that. My best buddy, who died many years ago, he loved rum drinks, and we'd get together and we'd make rum drinks, and we would go scuba diving and sailing, and we would do that. And I mean, it's really fun. It's fun to go to bars with friends and hang out and do those things. I mean, that's true. It's also true that when I look back over my adult life, not all, but I would say the majority of the bad decisions I made probably involved alcohol in one way or another. I mean, they probably just did. That's just the truth. And I'm not a guy who should tell you that you need to be a teetotaler, really. But alcohol is complicated, and it can really create a lot of problems. And I've dealt with alcoholic family members, alcoholic friends, and I mean, I asked myself once or twice, do you have an alcohol problem? Because I wasn't someone who was drunk all the time, not at all. But I every once in a while I have a night or so, or I'd have a stretch where it was like, man, you got to get this under control. But alcohol creates all these different problems, and one of the things is, like, if you have to take really almost any other medication, it's probably not a good idea to be drinking alcohol and taking other medications. A lot of antibiotics won't even work if you're taking alcohol. So, like, if you're sick and you're trying to use an antibiotic to clear it up, the alcohol, and you're drinking, the alcohol may actually absolutely nullify the effect of the antibiotic, and that not only are you not getting better, but it's also allowing those organisms to get accustomed to the antibiotics, so that the next time it won't even kill them. And then we have these studies all the time that come out. Like, there's one that is very commonly told all the time. It's like, well, red wine is good for you, and it's good for your heart. Honestly, those studies are questionable. I'm not saying they aren't there or anything else, but there's some people who I trust, who are scientists, who have looked at those because of alcohol for other reasons, have looked at them and they said those are very questionable studies. There's really nothing for us. I mean, it's not a certainty that that's good for your heart at all. But there have been a lot of studies about alcohol in your brain. And the studies about alcohol in your brain are not good. I mean, they're just not good. And of course, we have the usual things like alcohol and your liver. I mean, it can destroy your liver. And I think in the Western cultures, we don't think about our livers that much. But our livers are critical. They are a vital organ. If we lose our liver, we are in bad shape. So, but the biggest thing for me is like the brain issue. Um, my buddy who I've mentioned a few times on these things, he's not my buddy, but follow him, Dr. Daniel Amen. He says he quit drinking many years ago, and it was because of his practice. And he's like, this is bad, bad, bad for your brain. He's like, there is no safe level of alcohol that is safe for your brain. None. And so he recommends that you not drink at all. So, like I said, I've never been a super heavy drinker. I would have nights here and there where I was celebrating or things got a little out of, out of control and did that. But it wasn't like I wasn't drinking every day. It wasn't like I was drunk all the time. I mean, I might go several weeks and not have anything to drink and then go out and, kind of have a big night out. But when I had my last cancer surgery, and if you've been following along, you'll see I talk about cancer a lot. It's a life-changing event. It often is kind of like, wow, we need to make some changes here kind of event. And it wasn't that I made any kind of a decision. It wasn't like I'm just going to quit drinking. It wasn't that at all. It was nothing like that. It was like, I have cancer again. I have to take all these medicines. I'm about to have surgery. I'm going to be on a lot of medicine for a while. I just don't think it's a good idea to throw alcohol into that mix. I mean, it can mess up everything else. And so I was already at that point, I hadn't had the surgery yet, but they had started putting me on meds. And I was taking around, I think at the height of it, 16 to 18 medicines a day, every day. And I thought, I just don't see how alcohol can be good with any of these. I just don't think it is. So, so I quit. And I can't even tell you the day I quit. I don't know exactly when it was. I know it was before my surgery. My surgery was September 11th. And it was maybe a month before then. I really couldn't tell you. And but I just thought, well, until I get on the other side of this, until I kind of get this, and we're getting off these meds and all that stuff, I think maybe I need to just not have anything to drink for a while. And I haven't been drinking since. And and again, I don't know that I would even say that I've 100% quit now. I mean, there might be an occasion where I would have a drink, but I can say that when I look back, I feel like my mind's a lot clearer. I feel like my judgment is a lot better. Even though I wasn't even drinking that much, I do feel like I can tell a big, big difference. And I think my health is getting a lot better. Well, and there's a lot of reasons for that. It's not just the alcohol. But I think that if we're going to take care of ourselves, and especially take care of our brains, here we're working on we're working on fitness. We're not just working on our bodies. We're working on our minds and our health. And so, your brain is a big part of that. It's a very big part of that. And so I would say, of course it's fun to have, a strawberry margarita. When you go to the tropics and you're like on the beach and it's a warm moonlit night and the waves are crashing on there, having a caipirinha or something like that, it is. I'm not going to say it's not fun. The other side of that is it's like, I was having situations where I didn't feel comfortable, or I was nervous, or a whole bunch of things, and I was thinking, I'll just have a drink to kind of, take the edge off. In order to kind of loosen up a little bit, I'll do that. And so when you think about it and you kind of put in that light, it's like, hey, you know what? You were using it a little bit for fear and anxiety. And that can hold you back. It's like, maybe I need to face those fears and those anxieties and learn how to deal with them and not feel like I need to, take a drink or take a pill or do something like that to do that. So everybody has to do what's best for them. I totally get that. I am going to tell you that I think there are a lot of benefits to going alcohol free. And I don't know if that's works for you or not. I think it has been really, really good for me. And so I just thought I'd put that out there. I will say that no matter what you do, it's important to talk about, because especially in our culture, alcohol is a very, very, very big part of our culture. And there's a lot of people, and I don't know, it sort of makes them uneasy if you're not drinking. And they're like constantly trying to, don't you want to drink? Don't you want to? And it's like, no, I really don't. No, thank you. So it's a big part, and I think you should think about it. Think about what that means for your health. Think about what you want to do. And, there we go. I guess I'm on a soapbox today lecturing. I'm sorry about that. And I'm guilty of that. My kids, when they were growing up, I mean, they would tell me that all the time. Oh my God, another sermon. I'm like, well, I don't know what to tell you. Well, that's it. Alcohol, I think, is important to consider for your health and fitness. You decide what's best for you. That's up to you. But another little thing that I forgot to mention about alcohol is a lot of alcohols, maybe all of them. I knew this at one point, but I don't anymore. They're basically sugars. They don't seem like it, but they are. And when you process them, they turn into sugar very rapidly. They also really change the way that you digest food, and they can cause you to put on more fat. So those are things to also consider. So fitness-wise, just give it a thought, and you do what's best for you, but give it a thought. That's it. I ran late again. You're tired of hearing me saying that, but I did. So anyway, I hope everybody has a great day. This ends day 17. We are 1/3 of the way through, and come back tomorrow for day 18. If you think these are fun, or if you like them, maybe you could share them with a friend, and maybe even subscribe. And you might even check out our previous 50-day challenge, 50 Days of Trash. That was a pretty good one. And when we're done with this 50-day challenge, we're going to start a new 50-day challenge to be determined. So hope you're having a great day, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Bye.